So from an Uber top level perspective, what we are really doing at the end of this run is we will have a functional WordPress installation. WordPress requires LAMP stack, which means we have to have a Linux machine running Apache, MySQL, PHP with database configured and all these steps needed. So this is a culmination exercise. It's fairly deep and intense and long, but at the end of the run, we will have WordPress through Chef. We can deploy WordPress other ways also, but this is the Chef way of doing it. And the first step here is to actually grab that kitchen from our Chef server, which you have already downloaded. So if you go to your folder called, I think it will be in your desktop somewhere probably, and in there you have this folder called Chef repo. Do you recall that? And
the same one, or would you read it?
Yeah, you can rename the existing folder you have, put it on the side, and re-download, because that brings us all on the same page. And you can reuse components from your knife RB, copy and paste from the existing knife RB. That's the key thing that you want to really preserve. Everything else is pretty much empty. I mean, we're going to delete some of the cookbooks here, right? The cookbooks we are going to actually erase the starter cookbook altogether. The starter role will go away. And so we have a bunch of things sitting here. So here's what I will do. I'll show you what I'm doing, and you can follow along. I also have a Chef repo already. And so what I intend to do is remove it. So in my desktop, I have Chef repo. What I will do is move it. And I'll call it my Chef repo. I'll call it something else. Call it the folder Chef repo. It goes away on the side. I can always refer to it if I want to. And now I will begin using along with this write-up. So in this write-up, we have, where is the write-up? Here. It says to begin, download a new generic version, download a kitchen from that link. So if you take that link, copy it, and you have to modify the link, because this link is about your company name here. That's not the real name. So you have to make a modification to that name itself. And we'll paste it here. And clean up. I think this copy did not come through right, so I'm going to do it again. I'm going to go to that link instead and paste it. This is much cleaner. Now we can change the name, your company name here, and put your name of your company, which in my case is this name. So now I'll start putting together the URL. And
so what you did was you moved over the old environment, then you went ahead and you did an install again, and it created a new Chef repo.
Yeah. Yes, we will download a new Chef repo. There's nothing to install. Download.
Okay.
So download that repo from this location.
Okay, but if we have that on our desktop, we can use it again.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yes, you can. Then when you download a new Chef repo, the keys change. The older keys get invalidated.
Okay.
Which means that older Chef repo will not work anymore.
Okay.
You have to use the new keys, the new personal PEM and a new company PEM that you will get downloaded from the bundle that you pull down.
Okay.
So in this browser, I will open up that location, which is this one, and then I will download the starter kit. If I do that, it will come down and proceed. It will go straight to the downloads folder, and I will save it there. I just downloaded that zip, starter zip, that package. So it should be in my downloads folder here. And I just have this downloaded, which is awesome. I have, and on my desktop, you will see that I have a starter Chef zip also, which is from a previous attempt. So I don't want it.
Okay, that
So
was my question.
yeah, I will delete it.
Okay.
and I have the older chef repo sitting here, I'll leave that alone. I'll leave that alone. I'll go back to download section, and I just downloaded this. So I'm expanding it. And when I expand it like this, and then I have the chef repo expanded. I'll move the chef repo to my desktop like this. And in my downloads folder, I still have this starter.zip, which I really don't care. So I'll delete it. And I'll go back to my desktop where I have the new chef repo and the older chef repo, both. I'll keep the older chef repo for reference. The new chef repo is the one that is going to be used. Having said that, let us actually use it, which means I'm going to open that link again. And I just finished that step of downloading a zip package from my company account on manage.chef.io by specifying the name of my organization, and which is this classroom name. It will be your name. Your company name goes here, actually. It's not your name. Your company name goes here. And then you construct the URL like this, and then you log in, and then you'll get to that page, which will show you the download location, and that's the function of that site, essentially. We got all the keys updated, and they are all sitting in our chef repo, which is this folder. And so that's where we will go in our terminal now. We'll open terminal and look at the desktop, and we will have the chef repo folder, the new one, and the older chef repo sitting here. Now we will open up this chef repo and update its knife RB. We can very easily, like the least effort way would be to just delete the new knife RB and grab a knife RB if you already have. That could be a possible way to do it, quickly move it. So the quickest way to move that would be something like this: move, or rather, MV, the older chef repo, .chef knife RB, over to the new chef repo, .chef. And it takes that older knife RB, which has credentials, by the way. It has your credentials from AWS. It has credentials from DigitalOcean, other companies you might have just selected, and they will all get overwritten. Sorry, you have to use those credentials and overwrite this new knife RB, which is kind of empty. And before I execute this step, I want to actually inspect both these files. So I'll show you what the difference is. So first one, we're going to open up this new knife RB and see this is how it looks like. You've seen it. This is the new knife RB. Let's look at the older knife RB also. And so the older knife RB will look something like this. And this is the older knife RB opening up on gedit side by side. So old is on the left side.
I don't see that. I don't see that. Oh, there it is.
Here we go.
And so on the left side is the old one.
Okay.
The right side is the new one. We just downloaded. See what the difference is?
Now we can see it. Okay. What's
You can
going
sort
on
of see it, but I think we are elimination is a problem. Yeah.
So which is the old and which is the new?
Left is the old.
Oh, the old is the left, yeah.
Left is the old.
Yeah, change this, it's got all of our,
And it's kind of too dark. I'll put some light in the back. So you will see that in here, there are a bunch of things added. We can reuse some of this. You don't have to go generate new keys from EC2, like here, and from DigitalOcean token. We can copy these things and paste it here, and that should be okay. Like, we don't have to generate this new again and again. How many times you do it, right? We've already done it 10 times, probably. So either you can take these parts and put them here, or you can just take the whole thing and put them there.
Yeah.
Both are okay. Both methods are okay. Couple of things that change between that and this is this cookbook path location. We are expanding it to cover not only the cookbooks folder, but also site cookbooks.
The site of the folder, right?
So here it says .cookbooks, ./cookbooks. Here it says ./site cookbooks, followed by ./cookbooks. And that's expansion of the cookbook path. Everything else above is not much different. I think there's no difference, except that your key name will be classroom validator, which will be different for you. The personal name will be different for you. So those references will be different. And then you can add these segments as you like. And I will elaborate on that. And also it's better visible, a little better on the bigger screen. So we'll go to that segment and see if I can show this to you in a little better configuration than what I currently have. So here it is going to look a little bit more readable, I hope. Come on, change it. Hello? Hello? I want you to change as I talk. Otherwise, we're out of sequence.
The size of your virtual wire must be small.
This is unbelievable. This is like ridiculously slow. Okay, I'm going to stop projecting and project again. There it came finally. So a couple of things that are different in this cookbook is you can add this segment. No, I have to break the connection in projection and do it again. So I'm disconnecting my Apple TV and reconnecting it. What happened to the TV? Did the display died or something? Hello? That should fix it. It was my mistake in wiring that was causing it to be slow. Yeah, I did not wire it properly. I forgot. I was going totally wireless, which makes it sluggish.
So I told you your wire was too skinny.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. Please project. Okay, good. One step. What about the next one?
There's some other secret file that you have in oh, maybe it's in here, right?
I may have to reboot my machine, it looks like, which means we'll break the recording. So sorry, I'm breaking the recording. I'll start again. I'll reboot.